My name is Kartikeyan Rajadurai. People call me Kart. I work as a sustainability manager in the environmental strategy and human rights team.
So my name is Eva. I work in research and development and specifically in the field of packaging development.
So the amount of greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere leads to climate change, which results in increasing temperature, rising sea levels, loss of biodiversity, and even the collapse of our agricultural systems. So the concept of net zero is, simply put, the amount of greenhouse gas emissions and the greenhouse gas removals balance each other out. So the overall effect is net zero. With our net zero target, we want to ensure and achieve absolute greenhouse gas reductions of 90% by 2045 versus 2018 throughout our value chain. And then neutralize the remaining 10% of our emissions via high-quality carbon removal technologies. Our net zero targets were approved by the Science Based Targets Initiative, a globally recognized institution. And this ensures that our climate net zero targets are in line with the latest climate science to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
So from R&D perspective, we really started to understand, is it possible? So we really dig deeper. We looked into all the available technologies from packaging side, from formula side, also from product format side, to better understand how we can tackle this challenge, which technologies we have.
Climate science clearly dictates what is required to achieve net zero. So we first start at the present by establishing a baseline through which we measure all of our reduction KPIs. Then we systematically measure, categorize, and report all of our corporate carbon footprint. And this encompasses, for net zero, 90% of our emissions. Then we set a target year for us, that is 2045. And then once we have these three pillars, we can then start to envision what are the technological requirements and innovative solutions that we would require to achieve this monumental and distant target.
We started with this key principle of 4R, so reduce, reuse, recycle, replace, and we further build on it. So we really looked into, if you talk, for example, recycle, what does it mean? Yeah, it's for example about recycled plastic materials. It's also about recycled aluminum materials. How can we get access to such material sources and how can we implement them in our packaging? But it needs to go beyond. It's about reduce. So conscious use of packaging materials is key. It also goes into this direction of packaging formats. We just recently launched with Eucerin the first rechargeable jar, where you keep the outer jar and then you can click in the inner, which significantly reduces the emission.